Okay, we're at the Church Center to the United Nations in Manhattan, and we continue our interview on the Commission on the Status of Women session that started at the United Nations this week, the 22nd through March 4th. In Ndivhwo Cecelia Mukos, welcome to the African View.
Thank you.
And I understand that you work for the Council for Geosciences.
Yes.
Geosciences. And you're also actually a scientist.
Yes,
Is that correct?
Yes, I am.
I don't believe I've ever met an African woman that's a scientist. So it's such a pleasure to be with you.
Oh, thank you.
So now, aside from the agency that the organization that you work with, tell us your experience working with women, regarding women issues and women empowerment. Tell us what your experience has been, the agencies that you've worked with, and the issues that you've dealt with in that specific area regarding women's rights and equal access to education and other things.
Now, it's very important as young people or young women to encourage more young people to get involved in the science field, because this is a male-dominated field, and previously women were not encouraged because it's a physically demanding field. But today in South Africa, more young women are encouraged to go into field because South Africa is a very rich country with mineral resources. So more young women are encouraged and they're given scholarships to go to university and study geology, geohydrology. For example, I got a scholarship to go to university to study geology. So if it was not for the government that give opportunity women, particularly from the rural community, to go to university and study earth sciences, I don't think I would be maybe here at the CSW.
Okay, thank you. You also telling me yesterday about how what you do is inspire girls. Where are you from in Africa, number one?
I'm from South Africa.
You're from South Africa.
Yes.
And there's something called, this organization called, Young Earth Scientists?
Yes.
Okay, is this an international organization?
Yes, this is an international organization. It was started in 2007 after the year of International Planet Earth, which was even recognized by the UN General Assembly. And after the International Year of Planet Earth, young people get together and organize the first international conference for young earth scientists in Beijing. And 570 abstracts were accepted for all over the world, and only 350 participants came from all over the world. But we only have 16 participants from Africa. And this was due to lack of funding for African young earth scientists to go to Beijing.
Mm-hmm.
And after the conference, it was decided that we must have a Yes Africa Symposium, which will be held in Johannesburg, and which was held last month in Johannesburg from the 11th to the 12th, in conjunction with the Colloquium of African Geology, to broaden up, to bring all young earth scientists to one place and discuss their papers and how relevant they are to the public and the community. Because in Africa we have more problems, natural hazards, floods, earthquakes, for example, in Malawi, and flooding in South Africa recently. And these are the issues that we as young people, we write papers in institutions, but we don't convey them to the public or to warn the public or the community about these natural hazards. So the conference was mainly to create a link between the institutions, young people, the government, and the rural community.
Okay, thank you. So how's the program helping young girls in South Africa where you're based?
The program helps young people because when for example a young girl is educated, got a degree, she inspired other young people, young women in the villages, so that because we can see that a young girl now, she can drive a car, she can own a house, and she can support her family. So they become inspired that they want to go to school and study more. And what happened more often now, we have take a girl to work, for example, in schools in rural villages. So they interview kids that, what would you like to be in future? And they will take that child to the company and they make her experience that life, what it's like to be a medical doctor, what it's like to be a
real life experience.
Real life experience, and that I think empower young people, and you can see their face, the face of a girl, how excited she is about it. It is possible to be that. It is possible you can be that, because she has seen another young person or a young woman who is a medical doctor, who is a scientist.
Thank you. And finally, how would this session that you're attending, the Commission on the Status of Women, how would it directly improve the cause, your agency's cause, and other issues as far as women development, I mean women empowerment in Africa?
I think the CSW opens views to African women to come together and work together. From this session, we know young people are mostly in Facebook, in social networks. So we post information about what happened here and what are the projects available for them. For example, yesterday there was a launch of UN Women. There are many projects that will come up, and then when you post that information on the internet, young kids, young women can access that, and they can see the field of interest that they would like to do. Then yesterday I posted information, oh actually this morning, about UN Women on another association that I'm involved in, Association of African Women in Josans. We have a Facebook page there.
Beautiful.
So I posted that. So
yeah.
Women all over Africa.
I'm sure doing this interview will also encourage African women and young girls when they see you, that you're a scientist and you're so, inspiring. I mean, it's such a pleasure. I'm so proud of you. Now, if people in the international community are watching and they want to help you or your organization, how can you give them your website and the best way to contact your organization?
You can visit us on the www.networkyes.org. And there will be contacts for the communication support team, or you can contact me directly on NC Mukosi, MUKOSI @gmail.com.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
and
you
all the
very
best to you.
Thank you very much.